Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? I'm a little nervous with the beach wind. I'm a little nervous with the beach wind. How do I sound? Do I sound all right? Or do I need to go inside? Good to me. Somebody says sounds good to me. You're frozen. I'm frozen. Yes or no?
You're okay, Brock. I mean, it's clear. It doesn't. It's sound like you got in a sort of a hollow room, but it's no problem to understand you. Go for it.
All right, man. Thanks, John. John was with me earlier today at the beach. Went for my run this morning to see the sunrise. I'm 2 for 2 on sunrises and sunsets. I might actually set a record because the weather is helping me out this week with it is supposed to be like no no clouds, Rebecca. No clouds at all for like the entire week. So excited to be able to be down here. Spring break, spring break. So good morning to you all. Happy Monday to you. Coming to you down in Garden City, South Carolina, South Carolina. I'm closer to my Florida people. Closer to you. Not as close as it looks like Rebecca's got her sunblock on again this morning. It's always sunny. It's always sunny. Dee's got her new puppy. Look at her. She's got her new puppy. Once again, another family member of the Kate and Leo group. So it's like their cousin, I think, or brother. I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is, but it's all coming from the same area, the same breeder. And hopefully this thing was hey, you guys can hear it. If you can't, just wave your hands out as go inside. It's so nice outside that I wanted to be out here this morning. So good morning to you all. Good morning to you. My name is Coach Roxy Man, life coach, business coach, real estate coach, and a DAE. And it's like this wind was just like, add a little excitement to you. It's warm, but it is windy. But I mean, go figure at the beach here. So I also myself, so we can't see all our shiny faces that we have here. So good morning to Amy, Kate, Dee, Robin, Jada, Jacqueline, good morning, Latrice, good morning, Beth, let's see, Millie, Coach John Harris, Wendy, Paul, John, Alicia, iPhone, a lot of iPhones. Good morning to all our iPhones. What's up, Claudia, Rosario? Just kind of scrolling through here as I go through this. Good morning, Michelle. So today's topical, I was writing it down this morning. Let me go through a couple things that I have on here. So, all right, my topic is finding my keys. Finding my keys, which is finding your dreams, and the vehicle is real estate. That's kind of like the topic on how I'm all bringing it in together. First and foremost, let's do our affirmation, Jay. If we can put our affirmation up here for us, please, that we can all say it together. I want you to unmute yourself. I want you to unmute yourself. Maybe you got some wind like I do. Maybe you're outside. Maybe, it can't be any worse than the wind that I got here. So unmute yourself. On the count of 3, we will all say this together. 1, 2, 3. Something good has happened to me, and something good is going to happen through me. I'm not lying. All that just gets me excited when I hear all these voices. I really do. It's like gibberish, but I still hear the words. So it's very fascinating to me and how it still comes through. And still hearing it. So this trip that I'm on, we started off in Real soccer tournament, and really close. So they end up going to the finals. They lost in the finals, but there was 2 games that they played. Oh, I'm frozen. I am frozen. Am I back? Or am I still frozen? I'm good. Rebecca gave me the thumbs up. I'm back. If I'm Jay, just continue. If I'm frozen, just let me know. and we will work through it all. We're going to work through it today. So Brielle was in these two games, or they went to the finals, and two of the games the third game, Brielle, like for whatever reason, like I'm a coach, not only in life and real estate, but I coached for 12 years. Coached football, I coached baseball, I coached middle school kids, I coached high school kids, I coached Division I athletes. Two of them went to the NFL. It's different coaching your own child. It's very different coaching your own child because they they don't want to listen to you. Your kids are just like, Dad, what do you know? And so I'm also, because I yelled so many times on the sideline, I feel like this is not my place to yell on a sideline, at my daughter or whatever the situation might be. And I'm not saying yell, but with enthusiasm. But I have to say, I had a very proud moment being a dad that she really took. I look at not only skills, but I look at the leadership, how she's talking on the field, how she's engaging with the other players. Is she cheering them on when they score a goal? Is she selfish? Is she always looking for the pass? Is she becoming like, is she anticipating the next move? And sometimes that's us in our life. As adults, we can't play the game every single time. We can't go out and play soccer every weekend, flag football, even though I did have some fun times during halftime throwing the football around. But we can do what we used to do to some aspect. But we can become a better version of ourselves. We can become a leader. We can become something of people can watch us and follow us and see what we do. And so Brielle during the games all, she says, Dad, I was really stressed. I was stressed, Dad, because two of the games, the third game, it ended up they were down 2-0 at halftime. It was 2-2, and of course everybody wants to tell you how much time's left. There's 1 minute left. There's 1 minute left. So she gets the ball, and she dribbles through like two or three people. She's by the goal, and somebody tripped her, and they got a penalty kick. We didn't really know the time period, but we knew it was less than a minute. So one of the girls is designated. So, long story short, the girl makes the penalty kick, and they end up winning the game, or they end up tying the game 3-3. But it got them into one of the playoff games. And Brielle was like, "I was so nervous, Dad. I was so nervous. I've never had this much stress." And sometimes it's sports that give us our stress, and then when we get older, it's part of life. But the second part of the conversation with her is they lost in the finals. And you want to see how well they take on losing just as much as winning. And in life, I think there's a lot of adults, and sorry to burst, certain adults' bubbles, but I think we're sore losers. I think we get all bent out of shape when we lose. And there's nothing wrong if it encourages you. Where's Mike Castor? I hate freaking losing all. I will challenge anybody to anything like sweep in the kitchen. I'll speed kitchen sweep. I will I'm but I will always shake your hand after you lost, like I lost. I will always like, you know what, I could have done better. I always try to find the littlest things, and I was trying to explain that to Brielle. Like, I think you've grown up, Brielle. You've overcome stress. This is part of life, and you're doing it. The point of it is after the end of the game, I wrote this question down here. Some of you that I talked to, this is going to resonate with you. Your day is running you. Your day is running you. You are not running your day. And this is kind of like a side topic because I thought it was so important to share, and then I'll get into the keys and the dreams here. So Brielle has a friend that's down here. It's remarkable. I was talking to somebody last night about this, that she's from up north. She comes from a family. They're divorced and going through some challenges, and she's never seen the beach all. She's never seen the beach at 12 years old. And to see her face light up, and to see the littlest things that we take for granted because somebody asked me, they're like, are you guys from around here? I'm like, I feel like it because we're here all the time. And this girl's never been to the beach. Never. And I'm like, how's that even possible? But there's many people who aren't as fortunate as we all are on here today. People who don't have internet, people who can't even get Wi-Fi. Here I am in this beautiful oasis over here with Wi-Fi, and I'm worried about the wind. Some people would be like, man, I wish I was there. But here was the key thing. I want you guys to understand that people are watching you more than you know, and Brielle did it to me last night. So we were walking the pier, and I was just like, all right, girls, I'm probably going to go for my run in the morning. And her name's Ivy, and she's like, well, what time? And Brielle immediately goes, he gets up at 4:40, and he's one of those crazy people, and he's going to run at 5 a.m. And then he does his reading, and then he does his writing, and then by the time we get up, he's doing some sort of um, push-ups or sit-ups or whatever they catch me typically doing. She knew my schedule all to a T. She's 12 years old. And I looked over at her. I was like, Brielle, I didn't even know you paid attention to me. And here it is, like my daughter, by just me doing my routine, she's seeing what I'm doing. And so I say to you, who in your life knows what you're doing? Like, who could tell you, hey, Dee, Dee, she normally does this in the morning. Robin does this in the morning. Kevin does this. Michelle does this. Jada does. Like, who in your circle that you are doing so consistency? Because we're going to talk about that in dreams, because one of them is consistency. It is doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That people that you don't think are watching you are watching you. And my kids do it all the time to me. But they are all watching. Yes, right on, Kevin. Somebody is watching you. Somebody on this show all is looking at you and could be like, you know what? I want a puppy like Dee has. I want a book collection like Kevin has. I want to be able to live on a boat and have a house like Robin does. You don't know. Somebody might be like, you know what? I want to go to the beach and do what he's doing on his break and take my kids. So remember that. Because yesterday, if you go to my Facebook page, and where this all stemmed from is I'm truly, me right here, am living my dream. I'm living my dream of taking my kids to the beach for an entire week, removing myself to some extent from the business world, running a real estate team across the country, still doing deals. Yet I have a team back at home that are still monitoring and managing our social media, our leads that are coming in, and doing all the things that I've been working so hard for the last 2 years. I get to enjoy this. It wasn't 2 days, it wasn't 2 months, it wasn't 2 weeks, it was 2 years. Some of you might just be starting. Some of you might be in the middle of it. Some of you might be close to it. Some of you might be scared shitless that you even like, I don't know, like we get more scared in the moment of the success. Some of us are scared of just success alone. But I want you to embrace it. And so that's what I came up with today when I said finding your keys, which meant finding your dream. So I was listening to this story. Try to get this closer to me. So I was listening to this. Well, I wasn't listening. I was reading a story. I want us all to envision this. Okay, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. If you want to close your eyes, sometimes I think it's fun when you get to close your eyes because you can see it better. So for those that want to close your eyes, and I can't really see the screen, so you can pretend close if you want. But I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to remember the moment, that time period. This actually just happened to me. It wasn't keys; it was my cell phone. My cell phone's like my life, and I was packing and I was doing so much moving around that I forgot where I put my cell phone. But I want you to envision you lost your keys someplace. I want you to envision that time period where like, where the hell are my keys? And I want you to think about not just a general loss, but like a really lost my keys, no clue where the hell they went. And it took me a long period of time, more than 30 seconds, more than 5 minutes. I have to believe during that time period, you never once, not one time, did you say during the time period of finding keys? Well, I looked for about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just gonna go and buy a new car. I am just gonna go out. I'm just gonna have to go buy. Honey, I lost my keys, so I'm gonna run down to the dealership real quick and buy another truck. She would think you're crazy, right? Wait, wait a minute. You're gonna go buy a new car because you haven't found your keys? And what happens all when we lose our keys, I gotta believe we keep hunting. We keep looking. When I lost my cell phone, I don't know if you ever heard of the Dear St. Anthony come around, something's lost and it can't be found. So I have like the Dear St. Anthony prayer. And I was praying like no other to try to find my cell phone because I was late to pick up the kids. And I gotta believe that whatever time period you lost your keys, you didn't give up. You even sometimes, this is how crazy we get. We have no problem asking for help in those situations. Hey, honey, did you see my keys? Did anybody see my keys? Please. We now have like this little tile for those of you who have a consistency of losing keys. Like you attach it to your car key, be like, where's my keys? So, but what happens all, we are relentless in finding our keys. And we don't go out and get a new car. But yet we do that with our dreams. We do that with our goals and our dreams of what we're trying to achieve. And when I was broke, when I mean broke, I had nothing. For those of you who've heard my story, I was driving Uber to be able just to have enough money to go to McDonald's with the kids and go to urban air to pretend life was blissful and they wouldn't know a thing. In those moments, all, that's when you're like losing your keys and you're losing your dream and you're losing your goals and you're losing your vision. And some of us start to think that, you know what, maybe my dream's too big. Maybe maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this is a sign God's telling me that I need to go do something else. No, BS on that. That's when the test is being done. That's when it's just like, shit, I still haven't found my keys. I'm not going to go get another dream. See, the dream of being not only to take my kids here, but to bring their friends here. And to be able to, little did I know that God was setting me up to share with this girl something she's never seen before. That's the fascinating thing. But see, when you're broke as a joke and you're like, is real estate really it? That's when I was like, real estate is all of it for me. That's what elevates my business. It elevates my careers when I'm in the dumps and trying to do everything I possibly can and it's not working out. It's not to give up. It is to continue to move forward and continue to move on, to call more expires, to call more physicals, to call whatever wholesales, investors, people in my past clients, whatever you want. So there's 5 things, technically 10, but I'm going to try to blend them together. 5 things that you need. And once again, Rebecca, your C word comes into this. Because I Googled this. I was just like, I do research all. I was doing it here this morning on this bench. And I said, what are 5 things that people need to do to achieve dreams? It's funny. And here are the 5. Number 1 is you have to have tenacity. Tenacity. And tenacity is to hold on to something with conviction. I guarantee you, Dee's dog, little puppy, that if there was traffic in the middle of New York City, she would hold on to that dog like no other. I bet if you had your child, like Bryce Boy, when we're in a new place and there's cars, zoom, 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 I'm holding on to him a lot tighter than I am if I'm in a cul-de-sac. So your tenacity is tested in your environment. Your tenacity is tested in your environment. And sometimes when the environment gets too big, our tenacity gets lowered. Number 2, shout out to Rebecca, confidence. Confidence, Robin. Feeling or belief that you can rely on someone or something with trust. Feeling or a belief that you can rely on with trust. I always find those trust falls to be very engaging at a higher even level. Meaning that if any one of you on here did a trust fall with me, I would have trust in you because I know you. The challenge becomes is when you're trying to trust strangers. My question is, do you trust somebody automatically or do they have to earn that trust? What is that for you in your life? Number 3, this is one that I think people really, when I read it, I use the word obsessed. The word is passion, but I use the word obsessed because I looked up the definition of passion. It says strong and barely can control your emotions. Strong and barely can control your emotions. To me, that is obsession. Like I'm obsessed on not losing. Call it what you want, but I really get very passionate about it. And then when I relate it to like a dream, I just become obsessed with it until I achieve it, which gets me to my 4th one is resilience. Resilience. Resilience is one of those, in the definition of resilience, withstand difficulty and recover quickly. If I was to do a poll here, put a number in the chat, which I'm not going to do because I can't see the chats because that gets me all excited. But I said withstand difficulty, recover quickly. Which one would I rather have? And I went with recover quickly. And the reason why I chose recover quickly was because I know I'm going to fail. I know I'm going to fall flat on my face. I'm going to do something at some point that is just going to cause some problems, heartache, pain. I want to be able to recover very quickly to be able to get back on that horse. To get back. If I stumble, I fall. Boom, right back. See, when I was watching the soccer games, what I love watching, see, I'm different. So when I watch soccer games, I like looking at the little things. So I would see when the girl would fall, is she would go look at the other girl who tripped her, who would go look at the official and say, why didn't you call a foul on that? And taking that energy instead of getting her ass right back up again and going after the ball. When I coached, that's what I looked at. That's what I did. I was just like, who's getting right back up and getting into the huddle? Or who wants to get up and pick a fight? Why didn't you call that, ref? The last one I have is motivation. Motivation is good, yet it's challenging. The motivation is reasons for behaving a certain way. I love motivation, but it's not my top one. That's why I put it as number 5. Is it fair to say, y'all, that you can lose motivation throughout your day? Is it fair to say that when we get done this call and some of you might be taking the notes and feel like all giddied up, some of you might be like getting done with a team meeting, some of you might get in the huddle, some of you might listen to music and get fired up or read something, but motivation only gets you so far. It only can get you so far. At some point, it's going to come down to grit and discipline. Right on, Robin. Fall down 7 times, get back up 8. And it's in those moments where you need to, and I would write this down next to motivation. I'd write this down. Where do I find my motivation? See, if I ask Michelle, Dee, Rebecca, Kevin, Jada, Michael, John, Latrice, Rosario, just kind of going through this as I can see. If I asked each and every one of you what motivates you, you'd all tell me something possibly different. You can all tell me like maybe a Christian song motivates you, a country song. I'm one of those weird ones. I like the 80s, 90s rap. Gets me all fired up. I listen to a little Dr. Dre, Kid Rock. Those things. Yeah, see, I'm talking to somebody now. They're like, oh yeah, that's me right there too. Eminem. Yep. My favorite song with Eminem. All. It's funny you even say that. Till I Collapse. That is one of my favorite songs. Till I Collapse is what gets me when I'm like not feeling it. And so I challenge you today to look at those things. Now, the five things that I wrote down there for tactical things are the following. You want to write them down, meaning your goals, your dreams. What the hell are you dreaming about? What is your goal? If you're looking for anything, go talk to Kevin Jones on here. All he writes down everything. He writes down his notes. He articulates them. Probably one of the best note write takers I've been around. Number two is you need to create a vision board. Research what it is that you want. Like when I picked this beach house hall, it wasn't just like scrolling through Airbnb and just playing Russian roulette. Be like, oh, that one. I want to know how close I am to the beach. I wanted to know that I was away from certain riffraff, I call it. I was in more of a family environment, so I don't have to worry about things. I was able to that the kids we can go fishing back here. We can go to the beach within like literally a block. That we can play and do things. I do research. How much money does it cost? How much money do I need? Number three is you got to create a plan. Number one is write it down. Write down your dream and your goal, Latrice. Number two is put a vision board on it, research it. Number three is you want to create a plan around it. When I'm in real estate all and I'm building my business and I'm looking at my team and I'm growing, there's a plan around it. But more importantly, when you have a plan, I want you to make small steps. Don't be like, I want to make $1 million. Okay, that's great. Everybody does. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do today? Coach Burt told this to me. He goes, my goal is to make money every day. I looked at him like, that's a good goal. I like that goal. So that's what I do. I try to figure out a way to make money every single day. I don't care if I sell a sweatshirt. I am becoming, which I did this weekend. I was wearing it and somebody wanted it. I was like, I'm going to say, I'm like, yes, I can sell that to you. Number four, this one's a tough one. Put an asterisk next to this one because we struggle on this one. Stay positive. Easier said than done. And number five is learn from failure, adjust accordingly. Live from failure, adjust accordingly. Typically, when we lose our keys, I don't know about you, but when we find them, we recognize we put them in a spot we never have before. And it's just like, oh, I remember I was doing that because what happens is there was a distraction. We placed them down, cell phone, whatever it was, and that's what it was for myself. I mean, I have 45 minutes, so I couldn't find myself. I was by myself too, so you can't call anybody. I did try to tell Alexa to call. I was like, Alexa, call Brock. Alexa's like, I can't do that. We can't call our own self. I was like, thanks, Alexa, so much for help. But you learn from the failure. I learned that I have to put my stuff in the same spot every single time. I pivot my direction. I come up with a plan. As soon as I walk in, this is going to be where I'm going to place my keys. So I don't have that happen again. I use different strategies to help myself with the littlest things, all the 1% that I talk about all the time. So my final question to you that I wrote down, what would you like to achieve in your life? Maybe it's to come down to the Summer Success Summit. And financially, it's like, damn, I don't know. Then I got to get a babysitter. Then I got to get dog care. Then I got to get a flight. Then I got to get a rental or a tour. Most of the time, people don't come to events financially. You have 3 months to figure it out all. Figure out a way to get there. let you take advantage, or not take advantage, be part of a dream that you want to go to an event that you get to experience with everybody who's on here. You see these leaders all the time. You see these speakers all the time. Meet them face to face. Embrace them. Hug them. Take them out for coffee. Engage with them. Enjoy it. Write it down today that you want to come to the Success Summit and start to build a plan around it. Guys, it is 8:46, which that means Bryce Boy already came out here once with me and he was like, Dad. Bryce, I'm almost done. So I appreciate y'all being on here. Put a 5 in the chat if you got something out of today. Put a 5 in the chat. Put a 7 in the chat if you were able to handle the win today. If you were able to handle my win that we had, hopefully it wasn't too bad for you. I appreciate everybody being on here this morning. I am very blessed and thankful to be living my dream. It is going to be 80 degrees today and beautiful. And so me and the kiddos are going to go to the beach today. We call it Hard Beach Day. Hard Beach Day. We have different themes throughout the week. We have different themes. So today's Hard Beach. And Brielle's friend goes, "What does that mean?" That means my dad gets to the beach by 9 and we're there till like 6. So we're there all day. It's a hard beach day today. So it's hard beach day. You got to lather up. We get lunches. We stay there majority of the day. We don't intentionally get burnt, but we get burnt on these days. This is a hard day today. So for those of you with skincare, Rebecca's looking at me with forehead. She's like, "I cannot believe you do that to your skin. How dare you?" But that's what we do, all. That is what we do. Guys, some of you have been texting me and telling me, "I know you're on beach this week. I'm not gonna buy it." No, bother me. Bother the hell out of me. Okay. If I don't want to bother you, I won't respond to you. But I will respond to you. I was taking calls last night. Had a great call with somebody late last night, about 9:30 till 10 o'clock. Guys, this is I enjoy what I do. I want you to text me. I want you to bother me. I want you to engage with me. I want you to reach out to me. If you have questions, you need something. I'm here. I got more time actually now, all to have conversations for those that want to have a conversation with me. You want to grow your business? You want to enter a new environment? Now's the time to reach out to me. My kids are playing, having a good old time. So reach out to me, text me. I appreciate you all. Tomorrow morning, chat free. We'll be here at 8:15. Yeah, Latrice, that goes to you too. Don't be texting. I'm not gonna text you this week. No, BS. You're gonna text me this week, Latrice. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for being on here. Guys, we'll be back 8:15 tomorrow. Have a phenomenal day, and I better see you at that Success Summit. Wait till you see the video. The video is coming out today. I'll watch my Facebook channel. The video is coming out today. It is freaking on. I've been listening to it really loud. It's like I love it. I love it. It gets me fired up. All right, it's 8:48. I'm on vacation, spring break. Happy Monday to y'all. We'll see you guys later tomorrow, 8:15 Eastern. God bless y'all. See ya.